Tonight I'm back continuing building this Ninjago City Market. So last time got book 1 done. So starting with book 2, and that means from book not book but bag number 20. So I don't think I will touch on this side. So let's just move this one to somewhere so that it doesn't block my way. So just need to be extra careful because some of the parts can be a little bit loose. So hopefully it doesn't block the camera angle. So I've got this another base plate, so I need to face this way. And hopefully I don't end up messing with how it looks. So need to build like back 20 and 21 for this one. So basically again laying the foundation of the set. So let me just have bricks on this side and see how I go. So I did get up to back 24 out. I'm not sure if I can do that. It's a bit early, so it's only like 10 to 10. Usually I start an hour late, but seems like a little bit earlier. But I'm not going to again the same thing. I'm not going to spend like the whole night trying to build more. Just build roughly an hour, maybe a little bit more, depending if I run the same frustrating situation last time, so that I don't end up going to bed very late, because I do have to drive to work tomorrow. Like before I do this, I just need to figure out which way is which way. So I think I need to kind of face it this way, because I'm pretty sure it's like this. Because this helps me to kind of line up, so I'm not necessarily following all the instruction. So just making sure I'm going back a few steps. Okay, so going like this. I really actually look forward to this connecting with other Ninjago City sets. But again, I'm just not following the actual step, because I just want the minimal orientation of the LEGO logo to be aligned as much as possible. But here we are. Okay, so I don't think it will impact any of the other build here. So if I go back a few steps, so this is actually here, right? Yeah, this is actually this is interesting. It's very interesting on how they line up. Seriously, if you really want to have the logo to face certain way, this is just messing you up, because once you progress a little bit, you thought, hey, this is facing the right way, and then the moment that you switch around, and everything gets just out of whack. But let's just be extra careful, because I do lately I do make quite a few mistakes. So like kind of because of watching TV and kids duty and stuff, so I haven't been building this for a few days. So I did have a few video uploads. I did end up for extra 2 speed champion sets. Already built one. Unfortunately, those speed build video didn't take off on YouTube as I would have hoped. I don't know, like sometimes, especially nowadays, a little bit weird on well, even the set that I built is not like popular or new. I do expect them to have a low view, but it's pretty extraordinary how YouTube works with video nowadays. Because I'm just continue to generate content. They are audience, but not like I'm a recognized personality that people actually follow and watch me rather than watch my content. So hence there's a fluctuation of viewership. Some of them get lots of views, some of them just even the subscriber ignores. So I'm not sure. But anyway, so that is a little bit disappointing to have just double digit. But because it's been a few years, I'm consistently getting like 3 digit views on long form. But anyway, it is what it is. Can't really force anything. But yeah. Anyway, if I get views, I'll be happy. If I don't, I just carry on. I do have a few, other video ideas that are different to the usual building video, or not shorts, just long form. Not like entertaining. I think one idea is a little bit of watch hours farming type of video. But I feel like those video probably like would have an audience. But unfortunately, one of them kind of stopped by Lego order that I placed in November. I haven't heard any of it since then. So I do want to follow up maybe this week. Just maybe pop Lego and a message like, just tell me which particular parts is out of stock. If you're not getting any stock, right, just send out the other stuff that have stock, man. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the reason is it's taking too long. I'm start to lose interest. The thing is, I spend the money on the parts, spend the money on the customized instructions, and not able to get it. It's quite disappointing, to be honest, because it was supposed to be a Christmas holiday video. Well, but I mean, by the looks of it, I probably can still able to do it for Christmas, but the coming Christmas. But yeah, it's a little bit sad. I know they can't do anything about it, but come on, like 6 months. But anyway, I don't think there was this much new Lego set that I would like to buy in May, depending if there's new like D2C announced. But I think all the stuff that I want is coming in June. I'm not sure about the Sherlock Holmes ones. I'm not sure if any of you have seen the leaks. But wow, that booklet of Sherlock Holmes. I'm actually surprised that they do Sherlock Holmes. It's out of nowhere. Like if it's saying Lego ideas, makes sense, but not Lego ideas. Just your typical Lego sets. I see that's why they want you to do the other part first, because it will block your way, I would say. But see, this is when you're gonna cut your own hand for not having the right space. Oops. What? Come on. Okay, it's actually here. It's hard to see. It's actually too. Alright. Managed to get it in. But it's a little bit difficult. But yeah, the Sherlock Holmes set is looking really good. Okay, I'm kind of disorientated, so we'll fix that later. It's really detailed, and of course the minifigures. So definitely getting that. I can't recall. Is it June? I don't think it's May though. But having said that, June is gonna be an very expensive month of Lego. Is there like tons of cool releases, and then after that you got what's that? I think August you got like One Piece stuff. So there are tons of cool stuff coming in. I'm sure worried. Do I have the money to buy those? Is it like I don't know like if anyone have seen what okay. I thought, oh, then I got something wrong. It's just the instruction booklet trying to throw me away again. But yeah, in June there are plenty of crazy stuff, crazy Lego set release. So yeah, for me, right, that like it's gonna be expensive. June, July, yeah. I mean, some of them I'm not gonna get on day one. I think on May the only thing is like if I get a because the, the Lego idea is the Twilight set, the Cullen House. It's gonna be more widely available, which means um, it's more likely that I can get a discount off the set. So if I get I've seen a good deals, and I'll probably buy that one. Yeah, so it's still in kind of be conscious on spending, given that some other plans late this year that will require heaps of money. So yeah, still need to be conscious of like how I spend my money. So if possible, unless it's like Hobbiton, something like, or there's like a really good um, gift with purchase, then it's more likely that I will be buying set later rather than having a day one purchase. It's just not make sense, right? If you can get a set like 20% off at some point, unless you got something very limited that you need to have, because nowadays in the past it's like, oh, you're gonna get the set early so you can generate some additional views because nobody's picking the content, but you just can't compete with those uh, bigger channel or people that are recognized by Lego and getting all the sets early. Just not possible. What did I missed? What did I missed? I don't think I missed anything. What? No. I think the only thing I missed is putting it in the wrong direction. See, I did get back up to back 24L, but it's likely that I may not make it just because I keep making small mistakes. It's not like critical, but at least it's not like frustrating like last time. Last time building that action feature really, I swear on a few times while building because it's really annoying. To be honest, sometimes those uh, you know unnecessary because I think the instruction booklet could be a little bit better, or the order of building could have improved a little bit to make it less frustrating, or use some different pieces. I don't know. Overall, that particular part was a really frustrating situation for me because I just find it ridiculous that I got to felt so much stress on building that part. So um, what there's some interesting ones, so it's just kind of stuck in between. They don't actually do this type of build that much anymore. Kind of having a stud in between like four studs, right? It's not common nowadays. Right, Just need to figure it out here. Just what? Okay. I see what they're trying to do, but I don't know. Like you might end up making a mistake at some point. So just be careful with these. But why is my question. So, okay, so make sure that no other steps I missed. And this Technic pin is usually the one that causing me trouble. Because especially approaching winter, my skin tend to get dry, and I don't know if anyone else is like, if I build too much Legos, touching the plastic too much, it's not like allergy, but it's easy to get really dry skin after building big Legos. I think it's good now that I don't build the whole thing, because in the past it's like when I open big set, because I just no kids, no kids, so a lot more free time. So it's like on the weekend I could have just spend the whole day on building like big Lego sets, right? And yeah, and those time, so oops, is it here? So yeah, those time, after the build, like the skins get really dry. But I don't get those now. Like once I kind of start split up the build. Okay. What? Okay. When one start too far. Okay. So no way that they expose this here. Well, because I make a mistake, so it should have. That's gonna hurt. Shit. See, this is why this set seriously is a lovely set, that really cool stuff, but just so many hazard. Because you try to push it in, it caught your finger in between the bricks, and you push it in and nearly just flip my fingernail. Shit. I understand why they need to do this thing to keep the whole foundation secure, but it's just you need to take extra care on building this. And where's the other one? Supposed to be one more. Okay, you must have roll it somewhere. Ugh, it's just right here. Damn it. See, I got more backs out, but I don't think I can progress more because of the situation. Because this two backs already taking quite a while, with mistakes and stuff like this. Yeah, just unbelievable sometimes. Damn it, this actually hurt, really hurt. Anyway, it's better now. I have a few things I put in advance. I'm not sure if I might get everything right. So okay, just like this. Okay, and this here. Interesting. There's some fairly interesting ways of building. I like it might end up showing like not as aligned. Okay, so it's right here. well, I mean, it's full of interesting, you know, things with the build overall. It's just sometimes it's just hard to figure it out. It's good. The kid's not asleep yet, still kind of making noises. Okay. All right. Oops. But yeah. What's going to be the next epic Lego build after this, right? I don't know. I did think, hey, maybe you should build the city workshop, but I haven't figured out the space for it yet, so I might not want to do that just yet. But I don't know. Haven't really thought about. I do think I want to kind of start, opening and start building some of set that I acquired for a long time. Especially Speed Gem is also set with a lot of stickers. But then primarily it's just how I stack up my boxes or an open set. So if I want to have space for the shelf, I need to start, building the one closer to me first. So that's the plan. So I don't know. And of course, if I'm not able to progress the way that I want, then I might end up building the next thing. I think the well, it hasn't been announced yet, but I think it's definitely happening. Is the next Simpson set, so very likely that one I would get day one and also build it as soon as possible. But that's what I'm thinking right now. And of course, in June, with some of the lots of the new regular release coming out, and again, if the shops like doing, I would say, 20% off at launch, I think that I would definitely get those. But that's probably it. I'm not sure. Yeah, which I'd set down. The thing is, a lot of release timing is really based on the Lego store. So some of the set, hey, on the official Lego store might say, hey, it's gonna release this time, but actually, it may be a month late. For example, the Ninjago and Harry Potter stuff usually, release at Lego. Hey, let's say June, then we might get that a little bit later, or usually a month later. So that's why, hey, if that's the case, then I probably don't want to get some of the stuff on day one, just because those are the ones that usually get pretty good discount. So yeah, again, as I said, buying set day one and build it and having a video made doesn't guarantee high traffic. So this is when like you really need to, well, you don't, I'm not making like TV program level entertaining video. I wouldn't say the video are absolute trash. Well, for long form short video maybe. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm not trying to make really trash video. So anyway, it doesn't really generate same traffic. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is I don't know. Sad. There's no point of, there was one time, at one point when I first started YouTube, it's oh, I need to get this set day one, and you build it as soon as possible to generate some traffic. I mean, to this day, it's still true, especially from the Lunar New Year. But legitimately, we do get those sets a little bit earlier than the US, which most YouTube audience are from. So, every time I post, Chinese New Year set, right? It's not just about, some of my unique knowledge on the inspiration on the set, because of my cultural background, but there's also, much more demand on, if I get those set early, because the majority of the market, and even some of the more recognized community not necessarily having those set in review on at an earlier time. So usually those generate a lot more traffic than, say, a typical new set. But anyway, so far we're still building the foundations. It would be funny if I completely messed up how or the direction this should face. I find it like interesting that there's lots of purple or light purple color bricks in this. Funny enough, in the instruction booklet it looks like pink color, so I was like, not again. Yeah, I just don't like, I mean, I already complained lots of times, just sometimes I do struggle with the coloring of how the Lego bricks looks in the instruction booklet, but really there's nothing much I can do about it. Okay, so funny how they use, oops, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. So all this little things matter. So that's why I'm saying, hey, even though I get this out early, but build this early doesn't mean that I'm gonna finish early. Just because there's quite a few things with set sites. I think because it's so big, it's so wide and there's so much things, so there are lots of things hard to kind of just easily spot on. Okay, this is how it should align, that kind of thing. But yeah, we'll see. It will be laying down all the water surface soon. Okay. Alright, just make sure that there's actually a few gaps. Yeah, those are hard, right? Okay, this one with the lighter color. Okay, I think we're getting there. Just a few more. Oops. Yep. I've got this one here. It felt like, hey, it's about to be done. That's why I'm worried that, hey, I'm gonna miss a step, because it felt like there are quite a few bricks left. But seems like I'll be fine, I think. I think the only thing that I just need to make sure I adjust it this here. Okay. Okay, so okay, I did this one step here. I said, oh, okay, how come I've got all this break here? That's because I missed one step. Okay, all right. Okay, so there's only one spare piece, and I think the next one is bag 22 is all mostly transparent bricks, so we're basically adding the water bodies. It should be straightforward without, if I don't make any mistake, but let me just take a sip of water first. Okay, so obviously gonna just spread out a little bit because there's some of those odd pieces. Can't find it just right here. Okay, and then otherwise just laying the waters. I still hear an alarm going off outside, but I can't tell where. It should be close, given that I can hear the thing, but I don't think it's within our neighborhood, but this is what it is. Yep, I think I will finish this bag fairly quickly. It's just laying all the water bodies on top. As long as I kind of approach it the right way, and I shouldn't make any mistake. Shouldn't. Doesn't mean that I won't. Because with set like this, I think you're bound to make one or two mistakes. Especially now, I'm feeling my fatigue kind of kicks in, so it's hard sometimes. You're just gonna feel tired no matter what. Okay, so I need to do this 1, 2, 3. Because if you keep going through the edges, then it's a lot easier for you to follow later on. If you just kind of progress from one side, and think the risk of making mistake is a lot higher. Okay, so now we've got this filled up, so it's a lot easier, right? Well, at least I felt a lot more easier doing that. It's got more water bodies on the other side. Okay, feeling it. I'm feeling really sleepy suddenly. I'm not sure why. Probably just having a long, tired day. And the weather doesn't help me. You're not where it's a quite stormy weather as in Oakland today. Just and I didn't have good sleep last night. The kids just keep kicking me. So sleep is so important. To be honest, I think I didn't look after myself well with always sacrifice my sleeping time to eat. It's not just about entertainment, but also work and many other stuff as well. So yeah, so I think my biggest challenge would be, how do I get more meaningful sleep? Because that's going to be difficult. And we're going to continue to lay the water surface. So in general, it's really straightforward. You don't make a terrible mistake, but I think that's pretty much it. And I think we're gonna flip and do the other side soon. Yep, and then probably here something like this, and just right on top. Okay, now as mentioned, I'm gonna flip on this side and then start laying the water body on this end. So you need to make sure that, hey, you're facing this way. So can you remember, you need to be aware that it's flip over, so the bricks need to face different ways. Well, of course, if you're not obsessive on having the Lego logo and stuff kind of facing one particular way, then that's fine. You just have to kind of put the brick in place. That's a lot more straightforward than, well, I wouldn't say not straightforward, just less time consuming, and the way that I do it makes it very time consuming. Sometimes you need to check, hey, is it facing the right side, because anyway, but let's just kind of get this boundary done. And I am feeling quite sleepy right now. Let's see, I do want to go to bed soon. If I stop here, then maybe that's actually not that much progress. So I am a little bit tempted to do extra one, but that would make the video a little bit too long. So maybe just stop at 23, maybe. But once I get to 25, 26, and it's really close to halfway then. This is 51 number bags. And of course, if you look at what's that? If you look at the grand scheme of things, this may not be halfway, because some bags smaller, some bags are bigger, have more pieces. But if you just look at purely the number of bags, right? So we're approaching halfway mark, I think. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just a little bit sleepy. Not good. Feeling some tightness in chest. I'm not supposed to feel that way, because it's supposed to be relaxing. But I think it's really just taking the toll. I'm just really tired. Okay, but there's not much left here. It's really quite straightforward. I think the next bag will be quite interesting. But right now I see an opportunity to maybe just get one more back then, but definitely not back 24. Now we've got this done. Just realized the actual building area is a lot more wider compared to the other side that just did. So back 23 have another mini figure. Let's see how it goes. So still facing the same side. Let's put this out. I'll make a sip of water. Oh, very tired. I'm not sure what's the time. Yeah, seriously, I really need to start having something around me so I can see it where it is. So say, really cool minifigure though, like very nice torso. Also, obviously the minifigure head is your typical generic minifigure head. So I'll just place him somewhere here. Well, there's some interesting print, but I'll just place it somewhere. Okay, so alright, is this side still at the back of that side? So I can just kind of have some idea on where we at. Okay, is this one the injection point is underneath, right? I don't know, can't see, then just have to carry on. Yes, definitely not on each end. Okay, just be careful. You thought, hey, you need to have the same thing, but no, there's always the one part that's slightly different, right? Okay, I've got the ticket here. Okay, what's next? Next is I find it quite interesting on they kind of try to build this part first. I'm not sure why. Maybe there's some reason, but I don't mind because some always building set like this is fun. Okay, I just need to be careful with that though. Make some hard to reverse mistakes, and otherwise I think we're gonna able to progress it pretty effectively. That's what I think now. It may not be true as we progress more and as I make more mistakes, and as I get less concentrated because I'm very tired, and that is when mistake going to be made. Yeah, that's pretty much here. Okay, now we're gonna flip over again. Okay, that's the dock. Some interesting use of parts, I would say. One, two, got this here. So it's hollow in some places, so the bricks kind of just give it a basic foundation. But sometimes it is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so this is pretty interesting here. I think this one actually I might end up finishing a lot more quicker than I think I would. Okay. Because usually, the foundation should take less time. Because as pieces are bigger and it's easier to align such and such. Okay. This one is just right here. Yeah, I might able to actually get to back 24. We'll see how it goes. Because it here is a little bit irregular. Yeah, because they need to create the what's this shape, right? So yep, I think I got this right. Okay. Here's the See, this is where the works become a little bit difficult. Okay, I think once we get to this part, then yeah, it's a lot easier. Because this is kind of relative. When you get to the point where you have something to pivot on, then usually it's okay. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, I would say. No. What? I thought, hey, it would be a breeze, but then looks like there are parts where not as straightforward. Because I nearly make a mistake again. But now I think it's fine now. This is where this goes to. Okay. So this is mostly the service on this side. I think I got mostly done, no particular mistake. Just got this part. Yeah, and like back 24 also have lots of big pieces. That's why I'm tempted. Not that I have to, but I'm tempted to maybe also finish back 24, so I don't have to bring another back up and bring it back down again next day. It is what it is. I still think that just one little thing that might be a bit annoying for now. This. So it's actually a pretty interesting ways on creating. I mean, it's not like particularly new technique. Cause I think I've done this in some Chinese New Year set. Okay, this one is this way. So interesting. All right. Okay. Just make sure that the injection point is not at somewhere obvious. Okay. Okay, what do we now? Just making the flower. Okay. The 6. Yeah, just I think really losing the concentration. It's I don't know why. The lack of energy sometimes really okay. Okay, it is what it is. What's next? Okay, I think we're building some kind of table. Yep, there's some kind of table, but I don't know what kind of table it is. Okay, this is very interesting. The way the most of stuff kind of built in a inverted way, and then lovely print. But we'll see. This goes in the middle. I've got the teapot. Okay. There's a very interesting ways of creating a teapot. Oops. Okay. And then like this. Okay. Just right here. Oops. I mean the legs of the table is a bit loose. Okay. I think this needs to be like this. And it should be good. There's a very interesting ways in creating the table, but that's it. We've got back 23 done. Yeah, 24. Let's just do it. I'm not sure how long it will take me, but it shouldn't be that difficult. I think it makes sense to kind of get through this one as well. Even that back 23 didn't take as long. I think 22 and 23 didn't take as long. So it's just 20 and 21 took a little bit longer than expected. So I think this one will start building some details on the first floor. Okay, let's just have the big bricks. Okay, so just right here, and I've got this one. And what else is it? The 3x3. I can't find the 3x3 though. Let's say 3x3 maybe. I might have read it the wrong way. I think I should have. Okay. Here. And then I've got this again. But I can't find the other one, so let's just carry on. Okay. Okay, so here. So it's right on here. And then the 1x3. Okay, and then the L shaped. Yeah, what's the 1x3? Without that, I can't progress, right? Is it really 1x3? I don't know. Don't tell me I'm missing a crucial piece, because I was so mad. Get to this point and then say, oh, look, you're missing a piece. That's the most terrible thing. Yeah, can't really progress that much there. Yeah, what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, I can't see. Okay, here, right here. And then 1x3. Yeah. And then, which means there's just one piece that can't progress. And then all this piece can't progress as well. Because this is the cable car station on the other side. Okay, so here I can still do up to this point. We can't do the other one. Okay, so I need finally one of these big pieces, and this is where it goes. Okay, well, at least this part I can do. Okay, but I just can't find the just try it again. Because I got the 1x4. 1x4. It's hidden on this piece. No wonder I couldn't find. That's stupid. Anyway, now problem solved. But yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I was like, hey, I'm missing a piece, and it's just right under, and then I need to find the other one that I couldn't find. Okay, it's not about it's just me getting tired and struggling to concentrate. And this piece is right here, and this one. Okay. Yep. So here is pretty straightforward. Pretty much, it's the same thing. So I think. So this here. So it's just hard to see because again, it's the reflection. But I'm getting there. Okay. All right. And this part is here. Okay. So it really doesn't have that many pieces. I don't know why I'm taking so long to get things sorted. This is where the cable car gondola stops, I think. That's why you can see it, you start to go up. To the other side. But let's just get all this sorted first. I mean, it's slowly taking shape, but yeah, I think that's it. And then we can go on to the next one. Okay. So entirely lined up. I was like, oh, okay, what the heck. So this side. Okay. Okay, it's a Technic pin again. Okay. To face this way. So what's this? Okay. So it's like this here. We've got this. So pretty much the platform. Let's just make sure that I don't. Okay, so for the. Okay, 1, 2. So hard to align one by one bricks, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, And then I don't know how much time I spent already, but definitely longer than what I would have hoped. So originally I thought, oh, maybe I can, if I kind of end earlier, then I might have time to do a speed build for Wednesday night. It looks like I won't have the time to do that. So this is the platform. Just go right here, I think. Okay. Okay, I think it's easy to stop. Okay, and okay, some interesting use of parts. I think that's why I should have stopped, because the contact lens get really dry. Um, either way, we're there. Let's just get this gondola station finished. Yeah. Okay. Almost so hard to fit this brick in. Okay, it's there now. Okay, so just two of this, right? Yeah, just is it? Do we need a sticker of some sort? Nope, but we need the other bigger piece. Yep, so side here. Okay, once I push that through. Okay, and then this side. Interesting how. Oh, okay. Okay. What's next? Okay. Okay, so this is the okay, I see. It's pretty strong, and then just need to figure out where this part is. So, alright, so got this lining up here. So basically, so far, apart from building the base, but also first kind of getting the gondola station sorted. Okay, what's next? Some of them just can't really get it the way that I wanted to, but at least it will be consistent. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to put 6 of this. 6, and then we've got this here. I think mostly just the remaining of the parts, just building this structure here. Okay. So just in the end, we need to figure it out what I'm trying to do here. Okay, and 1 by 3. And then 1 by 1. Oops. Okay, so it goes into here. And I've got this and this. Okay, what's next? What? Okay. Alright. It's a bit unusual because I don't usually see kind of bricks like this. This one on this side, and then this one on this side. Okay, and then this goes right here. This is very interesting because I have no idea how each of these play a part into the set. Okay. Again, it's some interesting structure. Okay. And the slope somehow kind of facing the other way. Right. Okay. Yes. Very interesting. What? Oh, okay, I need to build two outside. What the heck? Alright. There's actually another build bricks here. It's like, oh, okay. I thought I need to do one, I forgot. I completely didn't see the sign showing like 2 times. It's happening so often now. Mistakes like this. And then just go here. Okay. I have no idea what it is. Some sort of power generator, maybe. But yeah, absolutely no idea. At least for now. Okay. Maybe this way. Okay. Alright. I have no idea. Just no idea, man. So this one here, so some very interesting stuff. There's no paragraph in the instruction booklet to indicate what it is either. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Okay. I can't even see it properly now. Why? It's probably the lighting. Lighting makes it a little bit challenging. Okay, so this one, let's go here. And kind of cover it up a lot, so even you put the details on, I wasn't able to tell what this represents. Just too many things. Too many things. Yes. Yeah. Let's Looks like I make a mistake, is it? What? Yes, I did make a mistake. Now the thing is, this is pretty difficult to do. Okay, think. Okay, so it this way. Yep. And this one is slide back in. We have this here. So I can go back to this side, right? Because it's like, oh, what the heck? Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, yep, now it's making sense, and just go on top of here. So it's like interesting construction, but you know, a lot of things you won't see. What? What? Did I say step? No. So yeah, it's really like this, but the nothing on inside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just checking because it feels it doesn't seem to fit inside though. Yeah. Okay. And this really is. Okay. Because it doesn't have any additional support, so I don't know how. Is there any part that flip over? You're gonna give that support there? I don't think so. Nothing. Nothing. Interesting. Okay. Never mind. We'll carry on. Because I think this is the part where they kind of secure it. But it's a bit unconventional, I would say. Yep, and you've got the barrier. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now it's just more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've got some kind of pipe. Okay, this one is in. Okay. Okay, so it's actually quite interesting on how this is created. Yeah, I think it's fine. This feels like, yeah, this feels something not entirely convincing, is it? I think but it's interesting that they use the sausage piece to create the handle. Just need to get in the right angle. Okay, and then here. Okay. Okay, all right. And it is this way. Okay. This is a very interesting way to create the barrier. It really is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, I'm not entirely convinced on some of the structure integrity. I mean, at the end of the day, when you put those in, it seems aligned, but this just feels like the one particular brick missing down below. So if you try to get this secure, one of the bricks kind of drop too much, and hopefully you not end up pushing it there too long. But I don't think it will now with the support on top. But that is the only thing that I was a little bit concerned with. But here we are. We've got this minifigure. I'll just place it randomly. But that's it for tonight, because I think it's actually getting pretty late. I do feel a little bit tired, but started book 2. I think just like 1/3 of book 2 done. So hopefully tomorrow, if I'm feeling alright, I will continue to build the Ninjago City Markets book 2. But you can see this is the cable car station, so it's kind of drop here. This is how people go up. Someone selling some tea, some really nice printed piece. But overall, this is where I got to. But tonight is good night.